Let me talk to you for a second. Not to an audience, not to a crowd, just you. Because if you're here right now, there's a good chance you didn't want to stop looking for her. You didn't wake up one day and think, yeah, I'll disappear today. Something pushed you there. Maybe you were tired of overthinking every message. Maybe you were tired of waiting. Or maybe you finally realized you were the only one trying to hold something together. And now you're wondering what happens on the other side of your silence. Not what she texts, not whether she reaches out, but what actually shifts inside her when your presence is gone. So let me walk you through this. Not as theory, but as a story of what absence really does when it's real, calm, and final. Point 1. The first shift. Your silence breaks the pattern. Here's the first thing that happens when you stop looking for her. The pattern breaks. Not emotionally, structurally. She was used to you being a constant, a predictable energy, a familiar rhythm in her day. Even if she didn't value it, even if she didn't choose you, your attention had a shape in her life. And when you disappear without drama, without explanation, without begging, her mind doesn't register it as rejection, it registers it as an interruption. Something is missing, but she can't immediately name it. And that's important, because people don't react strongly to what they don't respect. They react strongly to what no longer behaves the way it used to. Point 2. Absence creates imagination, not relief. A lot of people think when you stop looking for someone, they feel relief. Sometimes they do. But relief is quiet. It doesn't linger. What actually lingers is imagination. Your absence creates space, and space forces the mind to fill it. She starts replaying moments, not because she misses you, but because her brain is trying to resolve an unfinished loop. You didn't argue, you didn't plead, you didn't explain yourself. You just vanished. And now the story no longer has an ending she controls. That's when curiosity begins to replace comfort. Point 3. Your silence changes how you're remembered. Here's something no one tells you. The way you leave someone often matters more than how you loved them. When you stop chasing, you stop reinforcing the version of you that was always available, always waiting, always adjusting. And slowly, the memory of you evolves. You're no longer the guy who wanted more. You become the guy who chose himself. And that version of you is heavier, more solid, harder to dismiss. Even if she never reaches out, you stop shrinking in her memory. Point 4. Emotional power shifts quietly. Power doesn't shift when someone begs. It shifts when someone stops needing a response. When you stop looking for her, you remove yourself from the emotional negotiation. No pressure, no expectations, no leverage left to pull. And suddenly, whether she admits it or not, she feels something unfamiliar. Not guilt, loss of control. Because she can no longer predict how you feel, where you are, or whether you still care. And unpredictability is far more unsettling than confrontation. Point 5. Sometimes nothing happens, and that's still a win. Now, listen carefully. Sometimes she doesn't come back. She doesn't reach out. She doesn't ask questions. And that's not failure. That's clarity. Because the real transformation wasn't meant to happen in her. It was meant to happen in you. The moment you stopped looking for her, you stopped orbiting someone who wasn't choosing you. And that decision reshapes your standards, your posture, your future connections. Silence doesn't always bring someone back. Sometimes it brings you back to yourself. Point 6. The deepest effect. You no longer need the outcome. This is the part nobody prepares you for. After enough time passes, you stop wondering what she feels. Not because you're numb, but because your identity no longer depends on her reaction. And that's when something interesting happens. Your energy changes, your presence changes, your boundaries become real. Whether she returns or not stops mattering. And ironically, That's the version of you people respond to the most. Point 7. She feels the weight of finality. Not immediately, but eventually. At first, your silence feels temporary to her. People assume distance is a phase, a mood, a moment. She tells herself he'll reach out eventually. But as days turn into weeks, and weeks turn into real absence, something shifts. She realizes this isn't a tactic. This isn't emotional withdrawal. This isn't you waiting for her to chase. This is finality. And finality doesn't hurt loudly. It sinks slowly. It's the moment she understands that access to you is no longer guaranteed, that the door didn't slam, it closed quietly. And quiet endings echo the longest. Point 8. Your silence teaches her a truth you never could. Here's the deepest part of all of this. There is a lesson she could never learn from your words, not from explanations, not from honesty, not from vulnerability, only from absence. By stopping the chase, you teach her this truth, that love, attention, and presence are not infinite resources, that people don't disappear because they stop caring, they disappear because they start respecting themselves. And whether she understands that lesson now or years from now, it stays with her, because the people who walk away without bitterness leave behind something heavier than pain. They leave perspective. Point 9. The moment you stop looking for her, you become unreplaceable. Here's the part most people misunderstand. You don't become unforgettable by holding on. You don't become meaningful by staying visible. You become unforgettable the moment you stop chasing a place where you were optional. When you walk away with dignity, no resentment, no speeches, no dramatic exit, you separate yourself from every other version of almost she's ever known. You become the one who didn't beg, the one who didn't linger, the one who chose peace over permission. And that's rare, because most people stay until they're empty. Most people explain themselves into exhaustion. Most people disappear only after they've lost themselves. But you didn't. And whether she thinks about you tomorrow, or a year from now, or only when something reminds her of what she let go, you exist in her memory differently. Not as someone she rejected, but as someone she never fully replaced. So if you've stopped looking for her, don't measure success by whether she texts you. Measure it by this. Are you calmer? Are you clearer? Are you no longer trying to convince someone to see your value? Because real strength isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It simply walks away without collapsing. And that kind of silence? It's unforgettable.